Hi, I'm Ben, I like Kill Team, and I want to talk about it. Alright guys, you're probably watching this on a Tuesday or Wednesday if you're watching it on the upload day. But this past Saturday, we finally got a look at everything rules-wise that's coming with the Kill Team Nachmund. Nachmund? I hear people say Nachmund, I say Nachmund. So that's how I'm going to say it. And we got to take a look at the rules for the Eldar Corsairs, the Void Scarred, I think, and also the Chaos Legionaries, the Chaos Space Marine team. And this is just going to be a sit and talk video where we kind of just talk about that box and now what we know the teams will be. Full disclosure, not played around with either team, with or against them. But just from what we've seen, want to talk about it. I'm pretty excited, and I have, like, honestly really strange mixed feelings. So let's just get into it. Like I said, I don't have the box like the rest of you guys, but, you know, spoiler alert, I like everything that I've seen in there. I even like the terrain. You know, I know some people are bummed about the terrain, but I like it. I'm here for that crane. Give me that crane, son. But yeah, I like it. I think it's enough terrain to have the board be populated enough, but also not be too crowded. There's a big debate on terrain. I'll probably do a video on terrain soon. I have some thoughts about it. But some, you know, like people, you know, think that some terrain is too much and some is too little. I tend to think that too much terrain is better than too little terrain, personally, because, you know, there are sometimes, like, for example, if you're fighting one of the, you know, the two big bads right now, are what, like Vet Guard and Tau. Even though Tau have been nerfed, balanced a little bit more, it's still a great team, right? So if you are a team that does not have the shooting to deal with that, or cannot go toe-to-toe, like, let's say you have less activations, you need to be able to go somewhere and say, hey, I'm not going to get shot. Even if you do some weird unconceal thing on me, even if you're up on a vantage point, you're not going to, you know what I'm saying? So I like too much versus too little, but I think this terrain is, you know, kind of a good Goldilocks for a GW set of terrain. Something else to consider. Now, again, I haven't played either of these teams yet, but just by looking at it and getting a feel for it, these teams both seem, I've heard the word balanced thrown around quite a bit, which I don't know if that's the perfect word, but they're not broken, right? And that's a good thing, because we don't want every kill team box to have a more busted kill team in it, because then where does that lead? And it's just, that's not where we want the game to go, right? We have some, dare I say, busted, broken teams out there right now. And, you know, one that I'm particularly scared of coming down the barrel is Harlequins. I already didn't like Harlequins. Now, you know, these freaking elves, man. But anyways, both of the teams are kind of middling. It seems to be in power level. One is definitely better than the other, right? I think we can all agree that one of these teams is not like the other, right? So let's just go ahead and get into it. And let's start with the Eldar Corsair Void Scars, because I want to get these stupid elves out of the way. First things first, let me get this out of the way, okay? I am an open Eldar hater. I really dislike them. I hate them all. There's not one Eldar that I've ever liked. I've never had a good experience playing Eldar. That's not exactly true, but I really dislike Eldar. I dislike them in the lore. I dislike them on the tabletop. Hate everything about them. Hate everything about them. But these models are beautiful, right? The Void Scarred models, I know we've seen them for a while, but I'm just getting out of the way. They look so cool. Some of, in my opinion, some of the coolest models that, you know, from the 40K line for a while. And probably my favorite of the new Eldar redesign, all the new, not the redesign, the update. I just think they look really fantastic. So even I, an open Eldar hater, can admit that these models look stunning. So after giving everything a read through, and again, no table experience, and I know people are playing the what are they called? The Chaos Space Marines, but I'm not sure if people are playing the Void Scarred quite yet, because the CSM are really easy to proxy and convert. The Corsairs are a little less easy. But something that I was kind of interested in is that they weren't quite as strong as I thought they would be. I was expecting them to be a little more on the broken side, which I'm happy they're not, for a couple of reasons. One is that we don't need every team to be broken, and also, you know, Eldar. And I'm glad that they're not quite as good as I thought. That being said, they seem really good. I keep hearing the word balance thrown around, which I guess makes sense. You know, they have a lot of tools to play the game. I kind of look at kill teams as, do they have tools to play the game or not? And You know, do they have a ton of AP? No, but they can take a blaster, and they can take an AP shooting attack on the Psyker, which is really good, 4/5. It's like basically, what is it? It's like a crack grenade, basically, I think. You know, or crack grenade. Yeah, I think a crack grenade, like for a grenade launcher. 4/5 AP1 is really good. So there you can have two sources of AP, or you could take the shredder cannon or something. It's like 5 attacks, whatever. So they have tools to do damage, but also like their movement shenanigans, right? And the Psyker is really good. I like more Psykers on more teams. Space Wizards are awesome. So, and theirs is really good in particular. He has a lot of really cool abilities. Like I said, an AP shooting attack, some movement shenanigans. Can you do some healing? I forget. I don't care. But it looks really cool. And I feel like the Psyker, whatever he's called on the Eldar team, is kind of going to be the glue that sort of holds that team together. And same thing for the Chaos Space Marines. I feel like the Psykers, the Space Wizards, are kind of going to be what's, you know, kind of the beating heart of these teams, as it were. Like, because they can both be a support unit, but also a damage dealer, which is very cool. I like that a lot. But anyways, Corsairs look really cool. Something I'm disappointed in and also happy about is that that Falchu, bro. It makes me happy that he's not very good, because I know I'll end up fighting them. But at the same time, I was really rooting for that Falchu, man. That was my favorite part of the Corsair team. You know, Falchu, I choose you. So that's kind of a little weird. I also feel like it's a weird ability just in general. That seems like a kind of a miss. But like almost everybody can have access to power swords and basically a bolt pistol, which is like awesome. So I think it's a really good team, really fast, really speedy. Their specialists are cool. But anyways, back to tools that can play the game, right? What they can do is, with movement shenanigans, they can be getting to objectives quicker than you can get to them. And they even have a guy with fly and all this kind of stuff. And then once they get to those objectives, for the cost of 1 CP, they can be popping those objectives for free, or 1 less, right? Which is super, super strong. A little bit of Scion stuff there, which honestly, I see them, and kind of like, what, it's 9 bodies, and was it 8 or 9? I think it's 9 bodies who can, you know, move a little faster. Of course, they're better than Scions for sure. Move a little faster, do objectives for free, and so the Scion part of my brain is thinking, oh, actually, these Eldar Corsairs look, you know, kind of cool. Maybe I'm being tempted. But yeah, so I think they have the tools to play the game, which is the most important thing when you're looking at a team, right? You know, some teams do it by just being able to table, you know, the other person quicker. Some, and honestly, the more valuable way is to be able to play the game and get the points and win the objectives and hold them, all that kind of stuff. And so there's like some budget 4 APL stuff you can do here, man, where you get a free dash, you can move, tap an objective for free, and then shoot, or in any combination, right? So that's wild. So I think that they're going to be better than people are looking at them on paper, right? And something that we've noticed again here with this edition of Kill Team is that our first impressions are often wrong, right? Like almost everybody misjudged Vet Guard, right? You know, when it came out, we were thinking, you know, how the heck are 10 guardsmen with a couple of air support phone calls, you know, going to tackle 10 orcs? And now we see that, well, Vet Guard is actually like one of the big bads, right? And so some of the things that our first impressions are often wrong in this edition. So who knows? But I think this is a good team with good tools to play the game, and I think if this is the team that you're going to be playing, I think you'll be very happy with them. Again, I haven't played them, but just this is, you know, what I'm thinking. This is a sit and talk and think video, so hope you like that kind of thing. So very cool, very thematic. A bunch of Eldar black sheep who have, like, you know, rejected Eldar society. And to do their own thing. And actually, that's, you know, if there were an Eldar team that I was going to play, it was going to be these guys, right? Because I reject Eldar society, and Corsairs also reject Corsair society. So, and that's the Venn diagram in the middle of you know, of me and these Eldar Corsairs. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll maybe I'll give them a shot and eat my own words. Moving on to the much cooler and also more disappointing side of the Nachmund box. The TLDR version of this is it's still 6 bodies with 12 wounds. And that's tough to make work. You know what, in one of the Discords, and I'm sure this is not an original thought, but in one of that I commented or posted, that in one of the articles from Warcom, it was like, this Chaos Space Marine has all 12 parentheses or more wounds, and that or more is just, you know, the extra wound on the leader. Called that. I'm sure I wasn't the only one. That's a little bit of a feels bad, not going to be honest. I am going to try my best not to be salty, because let me get this out of the way. I'm really excited for this team. I like Space Marines. I'm a big Chaos Space Marine guy. Even these days, I'm more of a Chaos Space Marine guy than I am a regular Marine guy. And so I'm really excited, and I think they're very cool. But just like I talked about on the other team, I don't think they have the tools to really play the game as much as they need to have, I think. I have my Legionaries almost fully built and painted. I actually took a lot of what I did for my Compendium CSM and just kind of tweaked it a little bit. So, you know, I swapped a bolt pistol or a bolt gun for a knife or something somewhere, and just kind of to get that ready. And I'm also, because I hate myself, I'm doing a custom team with the printed bodies that I like. And then also I will be doing a version with the Games Workshop parts, just because I like Marines. I like tinkering with Space Marines, and I want that sweet upgrade sprue. And I don't know why, but I'm doing that. So let me know what you think I should paint them as. I'm really tempted. You know, I like the red Corsairs, and I think it's kind of cool to have Eldar Corsairs and red Corsairs on the, on the same box. So I'm probably going to do that. There's a ton of Night Lords fans out there. One of these days I'm going to get to some Night Lords, but I think Corsairs fit them a little bit better because of all the different marks of chaos that you can take. Just, you know, have some mutations and stuff like that. I feel like Corsairs, as a really just, you know, Mod Podge mix of different, you know, renegade people and all that kind of stuff. I feel like red Corsairs would really fit this pretty well. But let me know if you have any suggestions that are better than red Corsairs. I think something that could be very fun is to take 6 of your Plague Marines and just use them as running marks of chaos. And so, you know, if the slow Plague Marines are doing it for you, Death Guard, you can just run the same models, but run them as, you know, just having Nurgle's Blessing, Papa Nurgle, Peepaw Nurgle's Blessing. And so I think that would be a fun thing to do. But anyways, I think it's all cool. It's all very fun, very thematic. But at the end of the day, try running those 6 bodies. Doesn't matter, you know, with the rules as on the, you know, as they've given us. Try running those 6 bodies into 14 body Vet Guard. That math just doesn't quite add up. But I'm really excited to play them. I'm gonna play the heck out of them. I'm really excited about the specialists. I'll talk about those in a minute. The ones that I'm excited for, and I think there are some real standouts that I think will be super important. But I'm really gonna give them my best shot. I'm gonna play them whether they're great or not. Well, I know they're not great, but I'm gonna play them because I really like Chaos Space Marines and I like all the stuff they have, and they're very cool. But I don't think they have the tools to play the game as much as they need to. The first standout for me is the knife guy. I think that he's going to be, you know, when there are mission objectives to be tapped, I think he's going to be an auto take. Because of, it's like Grizzly Icon or something like that, I forget. But what he can do is he can drop a token that makes that mission objective cost 1 APL extra, which, I mean, basically shuts out 2 APL teams from being able to lock that in unless they have, you know, some APL shifting, you know, shenanigans or all that kind of stuff. And even then, it really kind of messes with those teams. So I think he's going to be an auto take on those kind of missions. So I think he's really kind of going to be one of the MVPs. There's 3 big ones that I am calling right now, but he's definitely one of them. Hinted at this earlier, but the Balefire Acolyte, I think is his name. That's the only name I can remember out of all these goofballs. But I think he's going to be a real MVP on this team. Between his blast attack, it's like a bolter but with blast. I think it's going to be great against those kind of chaffier teams where a hit and crit can kill, like a bunch, like, you know, against the 7 wound teams where a hit and a crit can kill you. Man, I think it's going to be awesome. I think in those matches he'll be more of a, you know, a damage dealer than a healer. The damage dealer healer, but we'll see. I think he's great, but his healing is cool, that he can, you know, kind of life siphon thing. It's still a shooting attack, which is awesome because you can still do damage, but if 2 go through, you can heal somebody within 6 of that target, I think, or something like that. And then what's the other one he has? Oh yeah, the other one is like Malign something or other, and that one allows you to give like lethal 5-up, brutal, and no cover to their weapons, which is just like nuts. Like imagine doing that. I think this would be really cool. Like give it to the plasma guy, and I think the plasma guy automatically just give him the knife equipment, which is 5 attacks, hitting on 3, doing 3/5, which is nuts. Like best melee equipment in the game. So give him that, and whether he's chopping it up or shooting it or doing both, because he can do both because he has 3 APL. Then, you know, his plasma has lethal 5-up and no cover. And then his knives have the brutal special rule. So, really cool stuff that can be done. Yeah, really cool. I'm super excited. So I think he's going to be great. I have mine on my table over here. He's not quite finished, but he will be ready soon. I'll show him off on Instagram when he is ready. But anyways, I think that Psyker is going to be great. Really, really excited for that. Now, as much as I wanted the Butcher to be like, you know, a big boy player in this kill team, see, it feels a little disappointing. I know, you know, if he's the attacker, he gets ceaseless, and if he charged, he can get relentless, which is very cool. But it's 4 attacks hitting on 4s. When he's injured, that's 5, and he's probably not going to be a Nurgle guy. He's probably going to be a Khorne guy. So you can't ignore the what's it called, injured for a CP, right? So I don't love it. Got to be honest, I don't love it. I love the model. I think he's super cool. I'm going to run him for fun either way because you know, I'm a sucker for a big guy with a big axe, and I gave mine a big beard, so he's like a lumberjack. Yeah, Billy the Butcher is his name right now. And so I as much as I want it to be him, see, I'm drooling about the Butcher right now. I think it's going to be the Anointed. I think this guy, what I can see him being great at is, right, because everybody is, listen, 12 wounds with the 3-up sounds great until Plasma and Melta and Grenades come into the mix, which all of these big scary teams that you probably are playing quite a bit wherever you are, you know, they all have that. So this guy, right, when you press the Control-Alt-Demon button, he can turn, you know, he can become, you know, the demon takes control or whatever, right? And so now he has, you know, a 5-up Feel No Pain, so basically disgustingly resilient, right? Plus all these other things. What is it, like, everything gets buffed about him, right? And so now that guy, it's like turn 1 or 2, like I'm pressing that button, and then I'm just sending him in to, you know, make some noise, deal some damage, get in, you know, just tear stuff up. And then when, you know, he'll be a big distraction. He'll also, he'll be a tank, right? So he can kind of soak up all that damage. They can shoot him if they want. He'll probably be okay between, you know, maybe 1 or 2 rounds of shooting. He'll make it through. And so he'll be a good distraction. Then you can, you know, do what you need to do, or at least attempt to do what you need to do with the other 5 guys, because you only have 5 guys. 6. So I think he'll be the other MVP. And I had him modeled, but then once I realized, oh man, it's because I didn't really like the model, what I had seen, just a stupid hand and a gun. So I had one modeled that I wasn't thrilled with, and now I'm going to go back and remodel him because I think he's going to be such a big player and an auto take. Now that we know what he can do, yeah, I'm going to kind of give him some special treatment. Somebody said, I think it was Andrew K, my buddy Andrew K, Sisters player, but I think he was saying it'd be cool to have 2 models, like the pre-possessed button and the after-possessed button, where you have a different model, you just swap them in, like one's regular and one has like weird, you know, stuff going on. That seems pretty cool as well. Anyways, think he's going to be great. Anointed. Calling it. Yeah. I'm not calling it. Everybody knows the Anointed is good. And so I'm going to stop talking about the Anointed now. All right, those are my thoughts about the teams. Now let's just talk about Nachmund, the broad strokes of it as a box and everything about it. Here's a few things I like about Nachmund. I like that both teams have a Psyker. I think that more Space Wizards are in the game are good. I think, you know, it validates some of the Psyker grenades that I think what Grey Knights have or something, the Psych Out grenades. Like Sisters of Silence, who kind of, you know, nullify that stuff. I think it not only is it good because it validates taking those things and those models, which take up space on, you know, the rules for your team. So I think that's good. But then I also think it's just cool to have, you know, instead of having, you have, you know, Thousand Sons who are a Psyker faction, but it's cool to just, you know, toss a Psyker into a team when it makes sense to, of course. So I really like that. I think that's cool. I would like to see more of that going forward. I would also like, you know, more boxes with teams that are not broken. I think that's a good thing as well. You know, we have some problematic teams right now. You know, Tau, I think Tau are still good. I don't think Tau are quite broken anymore. They're still really good. And you have Vetguard, who completely skipped the you know, the round of nerfs. They didn't get the nerf bat, which I'm not super sure what exactly you would do to them. Now, I'm somebody who plays Vet Guard. I'm not someone who plays them at the level that they can be played at the top, but I am a player of them, and they're really good, but I'm not sure quite what you would do to limit their abilities. I don't think they have any abilities that are like game breaking. I just think they have a lot of bodies and can out activate people, so I'm not sure what you do there. Now, here's what I don't like about this box. It costs $195 American. That is crazy. That's insane. Yeah, I know the price of everything is going up, but that's crazy, right? And so, you know, now there are places, right, you know, on Amazon, or if you have a cool local store, like I have a cool local store who runs, you know, about as much as you can discount the GW stuff all the time. Warpfire Games, maybe I'll even put just a link down the bottom. They probably won't have a ton of that, of the Nachmund box, but they're a really cool place. They ship everywhere, and they try to get restocks all the time. I don't have a deal. They're just really cool. I don't have a deal with them. I just think they're super cool. And so like I'll get a cool discount there just because that's how they do things there, because they're cool people. But you know, if you're buying this from GW, like, or pre-ordering it, I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm not paying that much. And so that's a lot. That is a lot for what we're getting. For, you know, the Corsairs are beautiful. Those models are amazing. You're getting that. You're getting Chaos Marines with an upgrade sprue, and you're getting recycled terrain, right? That's not worth that price, in my opinion. So if you just want one of the teams, the cool thing about the CSM is that, one second, going back to the old Battle Brothers days with a close-up on camera, this is Billy the Butcher. He is partially painted. That was an easy conversion. That's a big choppa from an old knob kit. That's his axe, is a big choppa on a brass pole. And that's your butcher, right? So they're really easily converted or proxied, even if you have some chaos. If you have a collection of chaos, you probably don't need any of this. You can just run what you have and say, that sword can heal him, you know, and there you go, that sword can heal him. So definitely don't buy it if that's all you want. Now, the Corsairs are a little bit different. Those models are really cool, and so if you're an Eldar person, you're going to want those, and you probably don't want to wait the 3-4 months or 2, whatever, however long it takes to get those models out. You probably don't want to wait that long. Now, they could be converted with a box of, you know, maybe Guardians and whatever the base troops are for Eldar, and like a box of Drukhari. You could probably proxy them, or not proxy, convert them. I think it'd be pretty cool with some green stuff. In bits, you could do that, but the new models just look so good. So, you know, either, you know, unless you just want to spend that kind of money and it's not a big deal, go for it. Or then just, you know, you can always sell the stuff off. So I just think the price is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I think the price is a little crazy. But I think everything in there is cool. So let me know what you think about it. I'm sure we can all agree that the price is way too much for what we're getting, but it is cool stuff, and I think I'm happy with the box. I hope this has not sounded too negative, because really I think that everything in here is cool, and I like a lot of it. I like a lot of what I'm seeing. I don't think that I think Kill Team needs a six body elite team that can play the game. And I don't believe this is that team. I'm happy to be wrong. As always, I'm happy to be wrong about any of this. This is a sit and talk off of my kind of first impressions off of everything I'm seeing here. But I don't think this is the 6-body elite team that can play the game that Kill Team the game needed. So that's what I'm thinking about this Kill Team Nachmund box. Let me know what you are thinking. You know, I'm definitely gonna pick it up from my local game store, because they'll have one set aside for me, because they know that I'm, you know, the local Kill Team freak, and so I'm excited for it. Again, let me know what you think. If you're an Eldar or Chaos fan, or neither, you know, or if you're a Crane fan, if you're just here for that Crane life, let me know. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for liking and commenting and subscribing and doing all the cool things. Like I said, I think I mentioned it in the last video, but we have hit 3,000 subscribers, and that's just super cool. Thank you for continuing the channel to grow. This is awesome. I have some cool stuff coming up. There will be 2 videos out this week, guys. Whoa, that's crazy. I know. Maybe even 3. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Don't get too excited. Not 3. Definitely 2, though. And the next video is going to be a real banger, if I do say so myself, with a very cool special guest. They'll have to wait and see. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it. You can find me on Instagram at Brothers Tabletop. Can you believe it? I'm posting things. I think I've posted like 2 things in a week. Whoa, that's crazy. I know. I'm anyways, and then I'm also hanging out, lurking in other people's Kill Team Discords. You can find me in any of those. And also, just, you know, sneak peek thinking, I'm just taking a think here. I might have a Battle Brothers Discord up, you know, coming in the future, because there are some things that I want to do, some community things that I want to really get to work on. I think Discord is probably the best place to make that happen. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go take care of my kids and be a dad, and I will see you later.